quarterback is the one in the spotlight. He touches the ball every play, and the Eagles are 2-0. So just based on that, I'm going to give him a high grade. I'm going to go a little higher with the grade because he hasn't turned the football over.
All right, you're the official. I guess I hate talking about this, but I got to bring it up. You're the official tush push guy because I've checked out at Sports Illustrated. I don't give a shit about this play. I want it the fuck out of there. They can't officiate it. It's ugly. Take the Eagles out of the equation, which I know people can't. We're an Eagles show. This is an abject disaster. You got Landon Dickerson jumping. You got the Chiefs jumping offside. You got the Chiefs swatting at the football. They stole none of it, Ed. How can this play continue?
Yeah, listen, it's going to be banned for sure. You got Dean Blandino on the telecast saying, "I'm tired of the tush push guys." You know,
I'm Dean Blandino. I'm the same way. I'm like, stop this. Stop it.
And I'm with him. I think, listen, let's get rid of it. Let's stop talking about it. I think Jalen Hurts will be fine with his legs picking up first downs.
Locally, when you do bring it back, the Eagles are going to be freaking fine. They're going to still be the best quarterback sneak team in football.
Yeah.
Because of the quarterback.
Yeah.
I thought it was hilarious yesterday when Nick was comparing it. I think someone asked him about the safety of the play and how, are you worried about injuries? Which there haven't been any injuries.
No, there's no injuries. That's
Nick was funny when he said, well, it's kind of like the NFL took away space on the kickoff for safety reasons. Now you don't have that, whatever it was, 20-yard gap between players running full steam at each other. So he said they took away the space, and there is no space on the tush push. So it's a safe play if you look at it from that perspective. He's comparing it to the new kickoff rules.
Well, I thought the safety part of it was bullshit. But I also, when the NFL talked, that was just a dumb way to attack the problem. But, Nick was also going like, well, they slowed it down like it was the Zapruder film. No, he jumped off sides. Good God.
Yeah, you're right. That's what he said is they slowed it down. It's compared it to pass interference. You can't see it in real time. But
my Lord.
When you slow it down, it's like, that was a PI, or no, that wasn't a PI. But to me, it was pretty obvious when you see that play. When you saw that play on Sunday, you said somebody moved there. It's just that nobody was all moving at once. Everybody was moving at different times. So there was something going on, and the officials just chose to swallow their whistles. And maybe that's if you're a conspiracy theorist, maybe that's it. Maybe the NFL has told them, listen, just let the play go. Don't worry about anything, and everybody will say what a disaster it is, and the owners will see it, and then next year we'll get the whatever the vote requirement is. 24 owners have to vote to ban it. But maybe that's it. Maybe it's a conspiracy theory to just let the play run, let the controversy sit there and brew, and then it'll be gone next year.
Yeah, well, the officiating thing is the perfect excuse that they need to get rid of it. So they are going to get rid of it. Ed, I want to ask you, how do you gauge Jalen Hurts through the first couple games of the year? Where are you on Jalen? How do you think he's looked? He's in year 5 now. Obviously, a Super Bowl MVP. Obviously, he has all the accolades. And now trying to continue that play with this team and this offense. Offense has been stagnant. How do you grade Jalen Hurts so far through the first couple games?
Well, I'm a big wins guy, Zander, and that's how I judge a quarterback more or less, is based on wins. I know it's 11 guys out there on the field at once, and everybody pitches into the victory, but the quarterback is the one in the spotlight. He touches the ball every play, and the Eagles are 2-0. So just based on that, I'm going to give him a high grade. I'm going to go a little higher with the grade because he hasn't turned the football over. That's a big emphasis for this team. Remember last year in the first 4 games when they're 2-2, he's throwing interceptions, and I think he's playing smarter. I think he's playing more patient. He's not forcing things, and he's not turning the football over. So when you look at that, coupled with the fact that he's won, I'm going to give him an A. I think he's playing the way you need to play to win football games. Ask me in a couple weeks if it's still an A. Might not be. Maybe he turns the football over once they start, taking the wraps off of this offense a little bit. But right now, I give it an A. And if he was throwing the ball for more yards, he still doesn't have a touchdown pass, which maybe I'll go an A- when I throw that in there.
No, one thing I came out of the opener against Dallas, which was not impressive either from a passing standpoint, but I came out of that game thinking, wow, he played pretty well. It was it was an efficient game. I thought he played pretty well. Last week, not as well, but still, it wasn't terrible. And I said, because he's had some, like, if you go to that Carolina game last year, like, that was bad. That was just a bad football game for Jalen Hurts. Like, I haven't gotten that feeling. So I think he's played pretty well. It's interesting. It's so unique. I brought up that stat. It's crazy, Ed. The Eagles have had 4 of these games over the past 2 seasons when they've had 100 or less net passing yards. 4 games, which you go, that's not good. They won all 4.
That's the weirdest thing. It really is.
So here's the kicker. There's only been 22 other games where teams have had under 100 net passing yards. So not a lot. There's 32 teams. It ain't good that the Eagles have 4. Teams in those games are 5-17.
Wow. That's great research, Johnny.
Yeah.
That's amazing. I didn't know that. It's just so weird. But listen, Hurts has this ability, I think, to make a play when the team needs a play to be made. I mean, that throw to Devontae Smith, the 28-yarder on a sellout blitz from Steve Spagnuolo. Everybody's coming. He's rushing everyone. If Andy Reid could still move, he probably would have been blitzing on that play too. But he found a way to throw that ball up, and credit Devontae Smith. It's a jump ball, but Hurts put it in position to make that contested catch, and Smith came down with it. I mean, he finds a way to make a play when you need it. And maybe that's what sets him apart from the quarterbacks on those other teams you mentioned, is they're just not making the play. There's maybe 2 or 3 plays every game, right, that define a game, that help a team win or lose. And Hurts, more often than not, if you look at the record, if you look at that stat you just pointed out, he finds a way to get it done.
Yep.
18 of 19, they've won, Ed Kratz, 16 consecutive games. If they beat the Rams, they will have gone a full NFL season undefeated when Jalen Hurts starts and finishes the game.
Yeah, just another reason I'm giving him an A-. I mean, he's yeah. I mean, he just finds a way. What
did I say after the game? They may never lose again.
You text me that during the game. Yeah. But you say that all the time. They may never lose again.
Because they may never lose again. They don't lose. They don't lose.
And they're 10-0, or they've won 10 straight, I should say, over the AFC. You know, they won 10 straight games.
All those stats have turned, like, most of them I ignore because, like, a lot of people say, well, losing Dallas isn't that important. We had this discussion in the media house. I think you were there.
Yeah, I was.
And I'm like, my whole thing with that is they win with everybody out. Now, in the past, they haven't with AJ and Lane, but now they win with everybody out. Doesn't matter who's missing the game. They win. They won 18 of 19 games.
That's amazing. And it's a credit to Howie, right? I mean, they have that depth, and that was one of the concerns coming in. Will they have that depth? And we haven't really been tested along those lines. I mean, Goddard's missed a game, but Calcaterra is always the guy that steps in.
By the way, he did not play.
He didn't have a great game. I was going to say.
No, he did not. But yet the Eagles still found a way to win. And I think it was Zach Berman who brought it up. I think it was 13-2. Goddard's missed 15 games since 2022, and the Eagles are 13-2 in those games. Now they're 14-2. So you're right. They lose the Jordan Mailata when he goes on IR last year.
Fred Johnson comes
in. Boom. No different. They lose Nakobe Dean in the playoffs. Oren Burks, of all people, comes in and holds the fort. So, again, that's a credit to Howie for finding guys that can help this team, and to the coaching staff for developing these players and getting them ready to play a role if they need to.
Yep.
I'd rather have Dallas back, though. I'm on that.
Yeah, me too. No doubt about it. Ed, last one for me I want to talk to you about is that offensive line doesn't quite look like we're used to it looking, at least in my eyes. I'm not saying I'm the arbiter of all things that are true on the offensive line, but they just don't look like they're as dominant right now through the first 2 weeks. Landon was obviously injured. Cam Jurgens is coming off of back surgery. Tyler Steen is a new addition to the offensive line. there is a lot of turnover there, a lot of change there, or a lot of injuries and different contexts there. What do you think of the offensive line so far? Have you noticed any concerns there through the first 2 weeks?
Yeah, I'm with you there, Xander. I mean, I mentioned it with Barkley is, you have to start up front when it comes to getting Saquon Barkley over 100 yards again, or springing the home runs that he hit so often last year. And it starts there. And I think a lot of it is, the offensive line has to act kind of as one unit, good communication, good chemistry, understanding what each of them are doing. And that line just has not played together that long. Even during training camp, Cam Jurgens missed some time with a back issue early in camp. They had some guys sit out. Lane didn't practice all the time. So really, they didn't have a chance to develop that chemistry and that, that an offensive line needs. And now we're seeing it here in games, trying to come up with that chemistry and that cohesion. And I think they'll get there. In fact, if you look at the track record, I'm sure they'll get there. But with Dickerson's back, you never know when that's going to act up. He's got the back, he's got the knee. Cam Jurgens has a back issue. So you hope that it can stay healthy so they can continue to build chemistry on this line, because I think that's what's missing is just the fact that they haven't played much together all summer long, especially with the new piece in there, Tyler Steen. So they got to get it fixed. In Stoutland, we trust. I think they will. The talent's too great for them not to. And I think as the year goes on, you'll see that, you'll feel more comfortable about what they're doing.